Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tarot reading about their current feelings for you at this time. And if you're new here, my name is Cheyenne. I'm a tarot reader and a witch, and I made this channel to just really help everybody with their love and relationship issues. I do pick a card readings, and if you would like to subscribe to my other channel, which is more witchy and just lifestyle related, I'll have it linked down below, as well as my Etsy shop where you can book a more in-depth personal reading with me. So I'm going to start off by cleansing the space as always. And as I do this, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a deep breath, and imagine the middle of your heart space opening up to me like a doorway so that I may see into your energy the most accurately as possible. Okay, so I have 3 different decks for you to choose from. So deck number 1 is going to be the Tarot of the Witch's Garden. This is kind of what it looks like. Deck number 2 is the Antique Anatomy Tarot. And deck number 3 is the Everyday Witch Tarot. Okay, so whatever you feel like is kind of drawing you in first is usually the best one to go for. You've probably already had your eye being drawn to one of these decks already, so always go with what your first gut reaction is. Now, if you find that your deck is not resonating with you, you can pick another deck, or you can watch the whole video and pick up on what resonates and leave the rest behind. Don't try to force a message to fit if it's not fitting. So I will have the timestamps linked down below for deck number 1, deck number 2, and deck number 3. So whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and jump to your timestamp, and I'm going to get on to group number 1, deck number 1. Hello, group number 1. If you chose this deck, this reading is for you. This is the Tarot of the Witch's Garden, and we're going to be looking at their feelings for you, their current feelings for you at this time, the time that you're watching this. I really wanted this reading to be more tarot focused, but I do want to pull one oracle card to kind of have us focus the reading, so I'm going to do that now. Cloak, camouflage. Okay, so for you, group number 1, at this time your person is masking their true feelings. Okay, they aren't wanting to come to terms with their feelings for some reason, so they might have had some recent trauma or things being brought up by their feelings that are causing them to hide them away. They don't want to share them at this time. With this card being number 13, which is the Death card in tarot, which represents transformation. This is a big pivotal time for them. It's not just, you know, a normal kind of phase of life. This is very something big is going on with this person right now. But yeah, they are masking their feelings. They don't want to share them, and I'm not sure exactly why that is, but they're kind of, you know, I love that the fox is showing up in this card because that's very like secretive, cunning, things like that. Maybe trickery, treachery. So there's a level of lying to themselves here and not wanting to show their true feelings at this time. I'm going to move this up out of the way, and I'm going to start to shuffle the tarot cards and see what we can get from here. Okay, so we have 5 cards that I want to start out with here. So we have the Fool, Ace of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords. Yeah, this person is very much struggling with 2 different kind of polarizing feelings that they have. Okay, so with the Fool, I feel like they want to shed this very heavy kind of energy that they have in their life with you know, this camouflage card. They want to jump into something new with you, I feel like, especially with the Ace of Wands coming up as well. Okay, they want new passions and new love in their life, and they want to act on that. They want to act on those impulses, but there's something holding them back as far as past traumas. With the Four of Pentacles, this is very much like keeping things close to you, keeping things close to your heart, not wanting to change, not wanting to... It's very much like stuck in your way. I mean, this person's literally made of stone here. So it's like being stuck. They feel like they physically cannot do these things that they want to do, even though that, you know, deep down they want to take a leap. They want to experience new things. The Ten of Pentacles, you know, they dream of family. This is like so important to them, is having that family dynamic and having like generations of family members that they can look back on and be like, I made this whole kind of legacy for myself. And then the Eight of Swords, again, feeling stuck in their own mind, feeling like they cannot escape. You know, this is very much like you have the opportunity, you have the ability to cut yourself free, but you are chained by your own mind. So as far as this person's feelings right now, they're very, very stuck in their own head, very much like wanting to do new things, take a leap, but they're being held back by their own stubbornness, their own mind, feeling like they can't be themselves, can't share their true feelings because they are afraid of getting hurt, I do feel like. But this is something that I think they truly do want. It's just that they're afraid. They're truly just afraid, and they don't want to be hurt again, because I feel like they have had a lot of issues in the past, being hurt, being not treated the way that they feel like they deserved. And they've almost put up a front in that way, almost like I almost see them as being kind of mean or like standoffish because of things that have happened in the past. And there's almost like this need to like push past that mask, push past this front that they've been putting up. And if you're able to kind of put aside maybe some initial red flags, like obviously not huge red flags, but if you're able to kind of get past initial red flags, there is this process of needing to break down walls with this person. So I do feel like they imagine what it could be like with you. And I do think it's interesting that we have 3 cards of them kind of wishing and dreaming and hoping, and then 2 cards holding them back. So I do feel like the energy of them opening up is bigger than what's holding them back, but it's just going to take a little bit of time and patience to get to that point. So if you can, again, like look past those initial kind of things that make you go, I don't know, there is good things waiting behind that exterior that they put up, right? It's about digging deep, and they need somebody that can do that for them. But if you feel like that is not something that you have the energy for, then don't go for that, obviously. But this is what I feel like their feelings are right now. I'm going to pull one more oracle card here. Rebirth in consciousness. Yeah, there needs to be a rebirth, right? The 13 represents death, and along with death comes transformation and rebirth. There needs to be a shift in the way that they view things, and they need somebody to show them that 100%. So that is what I see, just as kind of a little bit of a snapshot reading of their feelings at this time. If this reading resonated with you, I would love to hear feedback, of course, down below in the comment section. And again, if you would like a personal reading from me, I do offer them down in the description box in my Etsy shop. And I hope you have a magical day wherever you are. And I'm going to get on to group number 2 now. Bye. Hello, group number 2. If you chose this deck, this reading is for you. This is the Antique Anatomy Tarot. And I wanted this reading to be mostly tarot focused, but I do have an oracle deck I want to pull from just to get kind of an overall energy of this person's feelings at this time. Okay, Cauldron, the Womb. I love this card coming up for this person's feelings because they want newness, they want creation, they want nurturing, they want to create a relationship that is long lasting. They want to birth something into life. Really beautiful. I love this womb energy here. And I love that we have this witch kind of brewing something in their cauldron, and we have this beautiful elixir of life cup here, and we have the snake, which is about shedding one's skin and creating something new. And so this person is very much wanting to have something new, wanting to create a relationship that is beautiful and is built on pureness and innocence, which is interesting. It's like they don't want past things to taint this. You know, if we think of the womb, it is a home of new creation that is pure love and pure, just pure innocence. And that is the energy that's coming up for what this person is feeling at this time. So I'm going to shuffle the tarot cards now and see what else we can get. Okay, so I have 5 cards here. Let's see what they have to say. I have the 2 of Coins, 3 of Swords, the 7 of Coins, the Fool, and the 10 of Rods. And we have an underlying energy of the Hermit, which I do want to talk about a little bit later on. So I do feel like this person is in a place of contemplation. With the 2 of Coins, I feel like they've been going back and forth, and I think it's so interesting that we have 2 hearts here. They've been battling within their heart. Do I do this? Do I not? There is some inner turmoil here. With the 3 of Blades, which is the 3 of Swords, usually this is about heartbreak and lessons. I feel like they're at this point right now where they're not really afraid of heartbreak anymore because they want to live. They don't want to live in fear anymore. The 7 of Coins is about contemplation. They've been thinking about this. It's been something in their heart. It's been weighing heavy on them for a while, and they're starting to... all of these ideas are like seeds growing in their brain, and they're starting to grow to the point they can't ignore them anymore. And that's what I feel like their feelings are for you. It's starting to grow to the point where they cannot ignore it anymore. And then I think it's so interesting that we have the Fool and the 10 of Rods here. So it's like, I feel like they feel burdened by things that they've been thinking about, and they don't want to feel burdened by their feelings anymore. They want to feel more light, like the Fool. The Fool goes for things. They take that leap. They go into things head first, right? And I feel like this person at this time is wanting to completely strip everything away and just go for something and not feel so burdened by everything else. You know, I love that we have all of this kind of flora here, all of these plants growing, because that's kind of what their feelings are at this time. They're growing to the point that they can't be ignored anymore. And so I do feel like they are going to share them pretty soon, right? They are kind of in this like F it mentality where they don't want to be so focused on what could go wrong. They only want to focus on what could go right. And I think it's interesting, the Hermit, I feel like they've been spending a lot of time alone, a lot of time looking within, introspection. I love this kind of candle here. It's like things are being illuminated to them by spending this time alone. They've really quieted everything else around them and just listened to what their heart says, listened to what they truly want in life. And this is really important, you know, to do introspection, to see what you really want. There's been a lot of going back and forth, juggling feelings, but they're at this point where they just want to go for it, which is really beautiful, I think. So I'm just going to pull one more oracle card, see what else we can get. I love this embodiment with the lady. They don't want to just think anymore about what they want to do. They want to truly embody everything that they've been thinking about. Look at this candle that looks literally exactly the same as the candle on the Hermit. And I love that we have the 4 elements represented here. We have fire, water, earth, and air. So there's this coming full circle. There's this feeling of being ready to go for the next step. I love that we have the swan here representing love, and we have all these other different kind of birds and insects and things, and it's all representing coming to this conclusion of, I need to go for this before it's too late. I'm tired of just sitting and waiting. This is somebody that wants to live life. Okay, so they're not going to let past things hold them back, a fear of heartbreak. So I think that's really interesting and beautiful. So I feel like this person's going to act on their feelings sooner rather than later and share that with you. But yeah, that's kind of where they are right now in their love life. So that is what I see for you, group number 2. If this reading resonated, I would love to hear feedback, of course, down in the comment section. If you would like a personal reading from me, I do offer them down in the description box in my Etsy. And I hope you have a magical day wherever you are. And I'm going to get on to group number 3 now. Bye. Hello, group number 3. If you chose this deck, this reading is for you. This is the Everyday Witch Tarot. And we are going to be looking at their current feelings at this time. And I wanted this reading to be very tarot focused, but I do have an oracle deck that we're going to pull kind of a focus card from. Okay, so we have the Familiar Ally. Beautiful. Okay, so I feel like your person at this time that you're inquiring about is wanting friendship at this time. They want to feel like somebody gets them at a deep level. I love that we have like the familiar here, you know, like a spirit animal or spirit guide that is always there for this person. But that is, you know, they want that. They want somebody who constantly has their back. So I feel like, you know, if you want more romantic relationship with this person, I feel like friendship is kind of the gateway to that. Being the person, like this is almost, I'm getting the energy of like, oh, you know, you've been friends with this person, you've always been there for them, and then one day they just kind of realize, oh, it's always been you, type of a thing. I love that we have kind of this shooting star in the background of like wishes coming true. So I feel like, you know, standing by, kind of wishing and hoping that this is one day a reality is kind of the best bet for you at this time. And I love that we have like a physical wolf here in the back, not just this intangible kind of spirit wolf. We have an actual wolf here, which to me represents that this is a very tangible thing that can happen, but it's just about being friends with this person first. So really interesting. I'm going to pull some tarot cards now. Okay, so I have 5 cards here. Let's see what they have to say. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the Tower. Knight of Wands. Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands. Okay, so I just want to make sure you can see everything. So there's an element of going through hell with this person. Like, I don't know how to explain what I'm seeing right now, but I'm almost seeing like this series of events playing out over several years that is kind of like leading the two of you to this kind of good relationship after like years of kind of turmoil and things like that. I'm seeing this kind of very like in order of kind of things that have happened. So the Six of Cups, I feel like this person wants a deep past with somebody. Okay, that is important to them. Having somebody that can relate to their past, is there for a lot of their past issues and things they've gone through. They want to be able to talk about that with somebody, which is really interesting. And then we have the Tower, which is like things, you know, catastrophe, things falling apart. So there's this element of like having a relationship with somebody that has just completely like come to blows, gone through just hell and back, right? It's interesting because it's almost, this person's almost like romanticizing a toxic relationship. But that's kind of what they want. They want somebody that will stick by them through thick and thin, like seeing the worst parts of them and still like being around on the other side of it. You know, the Knight of Wands is going for something that you have passions for. It's like just kind of going for something without thinking about it too hard, being brave, being a little bit impulsive with your passions and things like that. That's what they want. They want somebody that just kind of goes for, like, gets lost in the moment type of a thing and doesn't get held back by, like, past situations. But the Eight of Swords, like, there's a lot of pain here in their feelings. Like, they've gone through times where they feel stuck. They feel like there's no way out. You know, they have a lot of issues themselves of like mental things going on and mental strife. And they just want somebody that's there on the other side of all of this. That's their true feelings at this time. And I think it's so beautiful here that in the Ally card, we have this fire. And then over here in the Ace of Wands, we have this fire of like this new beginning. I feel like that's what they crave with you, is a new beginning. And it's going through all of this hard, tough stuff together and having this new start. I do think that's possible. From personal experience, my own relationship has kind of had this kind of storyline where we had a lot of issues we went through. And we went through it together, and now we've come out on the other side of it, and it's like we're two different people and we have a whole different relationship. And I feel like that's definitely the energy here for the two of you. I'm just gonna pull one last oracle card. We have Holy Stone protection. So there is something divine looking over this connection. You're safe. If you decide to walk through fire with this person, you're gonna come out of it on the other side okay. You know, I feel like there will be trials and tribulations, but it's not gonna scar you to the point where you're ruined for anybody else, because I do truly feel like the two of you are meant to be together, and this person is just going through their own things. They need to go through their own kind of initiation in life, and you're protected if you decide to be, you know, by their side during all of this. So that is what I see for you, group number 3. If this reading resonated, I would love to hear feedback, of course. If you would like a personal reading from me, I do offer them down in the description box in my Etsy shop. I hope that you have a magical day wherever you are, And I'm gonna get on to the outro now. Bye. All right, everyone. So that was a short little reading about their current feelings at this time. If you would like to see any other kinds of readings from me, please comment your suggestions down below. And if you really liked the reading, I would enjoy it if you subscribed and hit the like button. It helps me out a lot. Thank you guys so much for getting me to where I am so far with this channel. It's been really amazing for me. So yeah, again, all of my stuff is linked down below: my Etsy shop, my other YouTube channel, the decks I used in today's video, of course, as well. So I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.